How you guys doing today? Right quick, I want to talk about accountability. Um, it's a beautiful day out here today. Um, this I want to talk about accountability. Um, Accountability is something that women are never made to have. Women are never held accountable for anything, and it's something that really irritates me. And I'm sure a lot of men can relate to this. Women don't have to be accountable for anything. You notice how men have to be accountable for everything. If you're a man and you've been treated bad by women, if you're a man and women ain't attracted to you, it's your fault. But what do women have to be held accountable for? You know, uh, women are highly narcissistic, shallow people. Uh, I don't feel that a man should take accountability for everything. I just don't believe that. Women have unrealistic standards when it comes to men. Uh, they want a man that looks like a model. They want a man who's loaded with money. They want a man that got fame and notoriety. And, you know, women ask for so much that they can't give, you know. And this is why I have come to the realization that women need to be humbled. That's one thing I liked about Kevin Samuels. He had a way of breaking women down and humbling they behind. Because a lot of women think too much of themselves. That's the problem with a lot of women. They think too much of themselves. Their egos are a little too big. And, you know, a lot of women, they ask for things that they can't give. You know, you want a man that make 300 million a year. Why would a man that make 300 million a year want you? What do you have to bring to the table? You know, and this is the problem with women. Women ask for things they cannot give. You know, they have unrealistic standards when it comes to men. They're asking for stuff that they can't give. It's just disgusting. You know, um, you know, um, Even when it comes to men that are not wanted by women, women like to attack men that are not desired. They like to say that it's these men's fault to why they're not being chosen by women. And another thing that irritates me is women lie so much. They lie about everything. One thing I had to learn about women, they're dishonest people. Women are highly dishonest people. You know, if women choose the worst type of men. If you just look around and you look at the men that women choose to build a family with, they choose the worst type of men. They choose men that they know are not qualified. You know, you know, and that's one thing that trips me out. You know, I watch these domestic violence stories all the time, and there's always some woman involved with some knucklehead. But women say, they judging dudes by personality. They say they judging dudes by, you know, having good character and all of this foolishness. But when I watch these domestic violence stories, there's always some woman involved with some knucklehead. You know, that's the thing that irritates me about women. Women are some of the biggest liars ever. They lie about everything. Dishonest. Dishonest. They say they care about personality. They say they care about the character of a man. They say all of this. I just like Kevin Samuels because he made women be held accountable. Society wants to make men be held accountable. Women need to be held accountable for being shallow. Women are some of the most narcissistic people ever. You know, and women need to be shut down. They need to be shut down. You know, they always want to blame men for everything, but they don't want to take accountability for nothing. I heard a woman at work the other day say there are no good men out there. That's not true that there are no good men out there. It's just you don't want them. You don't find them attractive. They don't make you weak in the knees. You know, they don't make you weak in the knees. That's all it is to it. You know, I get disgusted when I hear women say stuff like that. Oh, it's no good men out there. You just don't want them. You know, and when I hear women say all men are dogs and there are no good men out there, it's just you don't want them. You don't want to procreate with them. So just cut the BS. Women need to woman up. They need to be held accountable. They need to stop telling men that it's their fault all the time. We live in a society that believes in nailing a man to the cross, telling him that it's his fault. I don't buy that. If a man is not chosen by women, it's because these women are too shallow, you know. But see, women are never questioned for anything. A woman is never told to humble herself. A woman is never told to lower her standards. You know, that's why I say the ego of a woman needs to be destroyed. It really does. You know, the problem that I got with women, they think too much of themselves. They think too much of themselves, you know, and that's why I wish Kevin Samuel, the Godfather, was still here to cut these women down, put these women in their place. Women need to be put in their place. That's why I love Tommy Sotomayor. You don't hear too much about Tommy no more. He put women in their place. There need to be more men to put women in their place. Put these narcissistic people in their place. You know? Because no one should ask for what they can't give. And you got a lot of women who ask for things they cannot give. You know? Who told you that you was a bad chick? You need to humble yourself. And society likes to tell men that it's their fault. If you a man and you're not being chosen by women and women ain't trying to get with you, it's your fault. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. That's BS. I don't buy that. It's just the fact that women are just shallow, narcissistic people. And they don't like certain men. That's all it is to it. You know? And it's very unfortunate, you know? Some men just ain't want it. Just like I saw this white woman, you know, she had a little podcast talking about Elliot Rodger. And right when the podcast began, she was already judging this dude and bashing him. Go to show you how narcissistic these women are. And, you know, go to show you how narcissistic these women are. You know, in the mind, one thing I had to understand about women, in their mind, they're never wrong. That's one thing I had to understand about the mind of a female. In a woman's mind, she feels that she's never wrong. That's how narcissistic these people are. They feel that they're always right, no matter what they do. Women do all kind of evil things to men. Women mess up men's lives every day, but they're never held accountable for anything. You know? That's why, you know, people want to bash incels and, you know, they want to bash, you know, men who are not being chosen by women. But it's like, what about these narcissistic women? You know, don't bash the men that's not being chosen by women. Let's attack these women. These women need to be held accountable. These women need to be held accountable. You know, they want to verbally attack men. You know, men don't need to be verbally attacked. Why not scrutinize these women? These women need to be verbally attacked, not these men who are not being chosen. You know, women need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable for being shallow. You know, they need to be held accountable. That's why I say, stop, you know, men that are not being chosen by women, these men don't need to be attacked. These women do. You know, they the ones who need to be judged, you know, for being shallow. So I'm done with all of this, you know, just brushing things up under the rug when it comes to women. Women need to woman up. They need to be held accountable for being effed up, you know. And I'm not gonna curse because you know, I don't want to disturb the algorithm. But you know, these women, they just shallow people. And for the record, you know, it's not a man's fault if he ain't being chosen. And I'm going to just put it like that, you know. And I'm going to go ahead and sign out right here.